Today's story is bizarre. Why is this girl digging into her parents' secrets? She opens a webpage and finds them fugitives, leaving her speechless. No wonder her parents have been dodging like mice for years, but little did she know, the cops had already traced their location from her click. Once someone clicks, the cops can track their location faster than a video game, so they instantly knew where they were. At this point, they bought a phone to contact Rocker. But what they got was just a coordinate, and they were told to check in within 15 minutes. Like it turns out, a little boy spotted them and immediately sold them out to a hitman, just like a tiny spy. The couple finally reached the location, even finding a phone in a sewer. They got in touch with Rocker, but she told them they were already being followed. Rocker gave them a countdown of 10 minutes like a race. The couple rushed to the new location, thinking, come on, time's ticking. Soon after, the figure of the hitman appeared, but the couple arrived at the designated spot just in time to hear Rocker's call. Following Rocker's instructions, they entered an alley and were surrounded, puzzled. As a result, they were shoved into a car, and the hitman happened to see it but was too confused to make a move. A little boy nearby looked like he wanted to step in, while the couple was forcibly kidnapped, with the big guy asking, "Who is she?" The man said she was an inventor who studied bird migration algorithms, but sold her phone to Silicon Valley due to temptation. He never expected the company would turn around and sell her to the government, and now she was a government employee. She destroyed the notes of her algorithm and claimed that all the algorithms were now in her head. That's why the police were relentlessly chasing her. Finally, she pulled out a tablet and saw her wife being held at gunpoint. The big guy counted down to 10, demanding if he didn't tell the truth, his wife would die. The man insisted on the truth as the countdown started. When the countdown ended, he still hadn't budged, successfully passing their test. In the end, she gave him the address of the textual codes, thinking it meant they could be saved. After finding his wife, he said, "We did it. Now we can head to the textual coast and enjoy life." However, he was too wrapped up in his excitement to notice what she had just endured. The wife, feeling a bit piqued, reminded him it was all an act. She knew Rocker wouldn't make a move. The couple returned to the hotel just as the lurking boy spotted them and immediately informed the hitman. The old woman told the hitman to make sure the man stayed alive. The rest didn't matter to her. As the couple entered the room, they saw 2 American agents waiting, leaving the man shocked and clueless about how they got found. His daughter accidentally revealed their online location. He questioned her, she denied intent, and stormed out. One agent quickly followed her outside and coincidentally bumped into the approaching hitman. Hearing gunshots, everyone tensed up, and the man hurried out to find his daughter. A moment later, an agent was shot, and the man saw his daughter cowering in a corner, rushing over to shield her. Surprisingly, the hitman didn't shoot. The man realized she knew it all. Another agent arrived, and the family escaped quickly. While the female agent confronted the hitman, a little boy came up and stabbed her multiple times, allowing the whole family to rush into the parking lot. They found an unlocked car to continue their escape, with the man dropping $500 for a van and assigning tasks to his family. He sent his son to the supermarket, while he headed to the port to buy a boat. The wife watched him leave and suddenly told her daughter to take her brother. She decided not to wander with the man anymore, and her daughter immediately backed her up, but since the boy hadn't returned yet, they planned. Meanwhile, the man bought a boat at a high price, thinking they'd be free at last. He heard about the car his family bought and told his men to search for it. Meanwhile, the women were looking for the boy, who surprisingly returned quickly. But seeing someone filming their car, he quickly realized it was sent by a hitman, making his heart drop. He pulled out a gun and approached the man, warning him not to send any messages. The man, amused by the boy, just left, but the boy freaked out because Head shot the man, and just then the cops arrived, causing him to flee in panic. But he barely made it a few steps before the police caught him and cuffed him. The mother saw this and wanted to rush over but was stopped by her daughter. Just then, the man returned, silent, and quickly led the mother and daughter away, knowing hitmen lurked nearby. The boy was taken into the precinct, and the man was nervously standing by. After interrogation, his daughter was jailed, and the family brainstormed on rescuing the boy. His wife expressed how difficult it was, but the man confidently responded, "Don't forget, she's an inventor." He then took his daughter out of the car with the intention of personally surveying the layout of the precinct. The daughter suggested ramming the police station if needed, and the father glared at her. How could you think of such an idea? It's not a tank. At that moment, the man suddenly heard running water below and led his daughter down the sewer in search. After checking, the man found a great plan to rescue their son and then began to strategize. He mentioned that the precinct was crowded by day and lightly staffed at night. They needed to act at night for a chance of success. He had his wife parked nearby. The daughter was tasked with keeping watch above while the father crawled into the sewer, tossing glow sticks as markers while heading toward the precinct. He quickly wedged the sewer for the precinct, then left with his daughter. That night, he was ready. At this point, he had his wife punch him, then rushed to the precinct to report a robbery, claiming to be a victim while his wife prepped the